And Madam President, I have the third amendment, number 867. This is the Outer Continental Shelf Expansion Budget Resolution Amendment. I want to speak in support of the amendment that I have filed with my colleagues, Senators Bond, Vitter, and Murkowski, which ensures that we will expand domestic offshore energy production on the Outer Continental Shelf. Section 202 of the budget resolution directs that we reduce our dependence on foreign sources of energy by producing green jobs, promoting renewable energy development, establishing a clean energy investment fund, and encouraging conservation and efficiency. While I support these initiatives, which will play a role in making our country more energy independent, we cannot overlook our own domestic oil and gas resources in the Outer Continental Shelf, which this budget before us does. The goal of reducing our nation's dependence on foreign sources of oil is one that both sides of the aisle should be able to agree on. Our president has said we must reduce our nation's imports of oil. It is irresponsible to put our economic and national security in the hands of unstable and unfriendly regimes. Today, we import over 60% of our energy needs. Too much of it comes from unstable and unfriendly regimes like Venezuela and parts of the Middle East. In 2008 alone, we spent close to $475 billion on imported oil. This amendment that I have will reduce America's dependence on foreign sources of energy, minimize future increases in gasoline prices, and help reduce the debt with new lease revenue. We must reduce our dependence on dictators like Hugo Chavez, who control our energy supplies. Increased domestic oil and gas production right here at home in the waters off our shores will help us reduce our foreign dependency and make us more energy independent, and we can do it in an environmentally safe manner. Expanded energy production off U.S. shores will also help us minimize future price increases. With a lack of supply that could force energy prices up, increasing supply will certainly bring it back down. Some will say, well, prices are low now, why should we drill? That is exactly the kind of attitude that will assure that prices go up. We could sit back and wait for oil prices to go back up and then act. But, Mr. President, we have more responsibility and certainly, hopefully, more leadership in the United States Senate than to wait, because we know if supplies dwindle that prices will go up. We have oil right here on our own shores. We need to use it. We are the only nation in the world who has an abundance of energy supplies and refuses to use it. Every other nation either doesn't have energy supplies or is trying very hard to get some kind of energy in their own countries, and we have the capability to provide for our energy independence, and we are not doing it. And, Mr. President, we are letting down the people of our country if we don't. So I urge support for amendment number 867 when we vote tomorrow.